Hello, biodiversity team. I'm Carlo, and this is BiodiversiTalks, where we have conversations on biodiversity conservation with the most celebrated nature advocates in the ASEAN region. We are honored to have as our special guest Ms. Clarissa Arida, a seasoned development professional and our former Senior Programs Director and former Acting Executive Director. Be part of the conversation and get to know this respected female biodiversity leader. Join us!
Thank you. Indeed, it is an exciting opportunity for ACB. One is the global recognition, being part of this technical and scientific cooperation support centers in the implementation of the Kunming-Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework. Second, it gives us an opportunity to leverage partnership and possibly additional resources in support of the ASEAN member states in the implementation of the framework, this global biodiversity framework, and achieving the biodiversity targets. For example, in the past 6 months, we have already leveraged partnership with CBD Secretariat, the Convention on Biological Diversity, as well as with the FAO and other TSCC centers to support the ASEAN member states and the Asia region in general in this proceed to achieving the global biodiversity targets. In terms of challenges, we really have to involve other sectors. As you can see, the biodiversity targets also encompasses these sectors which are beyond our sphere of influence, but being part of ASEAN gives us the full advantage. For example, in the area of sustainable consumption and production, we can partner with other ASEAN bodies in supporting best practices on sustainable consumption and production. Being one of the technical cooperation centers, this also gives us an opportunity to provide capacity building support to the ASEAN member states. And with the partnership that we are developing with FAO, with other civil society organizations, and of course with bilateral organizations, it provides us new opportunities for partnership and cooperation. Well, it's a lot of work for us at the ACB. We really have to work fast, and we have very limited time. We only have less than 6 years to implement the global biodiversity framework. And in our region, we need more inclusive partnership, not only with the ASEAN bodies, but also with various stakeholders, engaging the youth, engaging women's group, and the indigenous peoples and local communities. And I think we have all the needed policy frameworks to support this kind of engagement with other stakeholders. We also have to synergize our work with other agencies and other partners to make sure that we do complementary activities rather than duplicating our work, so that we achieve the targets more targeted, and more quickly. Foremost, of course, in the global biodiversity framework and the biodiversity targets, there's this 30 by 30 ambition. And this is where we would need to provide more focus in terms of what we call the other effective conservation measures. We have been doing expansion of protected areas in terms of those that are under the gazetted protected areas, but more challenging one is to look at the other effective conservation measures that would also engage other stakeholders like the indigenous peoples and local communities. So we need also to focus on that, because this is the main area in the main target that we need to provide more support in terms of achieving the global biodiversity targets. The other example is on ecosystems restoration. We have to have a robust framework in terms of monitoring this ecosystems restoration initiatives. We have our own ASEAN Green Initiative, so we have to make it more targeted in terms of really supporting ecosystems restoration initiatives in our ASEAN member states. With these new challenges, we also have to gear up in terms of our organizational capacities, providing the needed capacities for our technical staff and the organization in general in terms of re-engineering the structure of ACB towards achieving those biodiversity targets. For example, on sustainable financing, engagement with private sector. We need to come up with innovative financing strategies, looking at other sustainable financing opportunities and engagement with the private sector and also with other philanthropic institutions. As an intergovernmental organization, we have to address the priority needs of our ASEAN member states. And we have to keep the dialogue with them in terms of making sure that what we do addresses their priorities. To our development and conservation partners and to the public in general, we need your support. We cannot do this alone as a regional organization. We need your support in terms of what you can do as individuals and as a citizen of your own countries and as an ASEAN citizen. Thank you very much.
We owe it to Risa's 17 years of service at the ASEAN Center for Biodiversity, where her exceptional leadership and significant contributions were pivotal to developing the center's projects and reinforcing its key priority programs. Again, congratulations, and we wish you the best in your retirement, Risa. Before we go, we invite you to like and follow our social media channels, flash here on your screen. And thank you very much. We hope to see you in our next episode. Bye!